The case for a modern agrarian society. Over the course of the last century, modern societies have increasingly been organized around scale. Bigger supermarkets, bigger logistics networks, bigger cities, bigger systems that move food thousands of miles before it reaches a plate. It has delivered abundance, convenience, and choice, yet it has also produced a strange contradiction. Many people are surrounded by this abundance of products, but feel disconnected from the basics of life. A modern agrarian society offers a different path, one that combines old wisdom with sensible ideas and new technology. It does not mean returning to all-out muddy hardship, candlelight, and arguing with goats. It means making a few small changes so that more food, energy, and useful goods are produced locally by households, communities, and regions, supported by modern tools. Think precision irrigation, soil science, locally produced renewable energy, and non-intrusive digital assistance when needed. Much modern work feels abstract. Emails about meetings, concerning spreadsheets for initiatives no one remembers approving. Agrarian work, by contrast, often has visible meaning. You plant something, tend it, harvest it, eat it, share it. You repair a fence, and the fence is repaired. There is psychological value in direct usefulness. You are involved in things pertaining to the immediate surviving and thriving of yourself and those around you. From a health perspective, many people would benefit from manual work in the great outdoors, physically, mentally, and otherwise. We'd learn to truly appreciate and enjoy food again and reap a sense of fulfillment and accomplishment after a day's work, looking out and seeing the fruits of our labor, which we currently don't when our computer-based work is saved in an invisible cloud. More local production can mean fresher food, less packaging, fewer transport emissions, more seasonal eating, cleaner air, and land restored through regenerative methods. Communities designed around gardens, orchards, and walkable markets do more for our well-being than another retail park with 12 reserved parking spaces that never get used. Critics fairly note that agriculture has historically and presently been hard labor. True, but that is precisely where modernity helps. Manual labor provides practical, meaningful exercise, but at the same time we want to take care of our bodies in the long term, being able to stay nimble, energized, and capable into old age. Thoughtful, human-centered integration of modern technology can help to handle the drudgery. Sensors can reduce waste, machine learning can optimize planting, upcoming whole or partial exoskeletal devices can help with lifting and carrying, and renewable power can lower costs. The goal is neither to romanticize nor villainize toil, but to remove unnecessary toil while providing appropriate support for those who are differently abled. With the right tools in the right place, everyone who is willing can be involved more than ever before. Global supply chains are efficient when they work, but fragile when they do not. A storm, war, fuel shock, or transport disruption can ripple through entire nations. A society with thousands of smaller productive nodes, gardens, farms, orchards, workshops, local bakeries, dairies, repair shops, is harder to break. If one part fails, the whole does not collapse. If a region has a particularly bad season, there's infrastructure and agreements in place to meet the need, relationships between communities up and down the country to help one another out in those times of need in a mutually beneficial way. A modern agrarian society would still have cities, specialists, hospitals, universities, and advanced industry. It would simply rebalance priorities. Less passive consumption, more participation. Less dependence, more competence. Less anonymous mass provision, more community-rooted and community-oriented abundance. If the vast majority of us were to become involved in agrarian work, everything from growing some tomatoes in your garden to living and working on a farm, we could all be fed well and reach a point where such a strong community food infrastructure is built that it can beat the supermarket model on both quality and price. Right now, if you want local produce, you pay a premium for it. If we were all producing a bit of food ourselves and sharing it around in our neighborhoods and at local market stalls, that premium would come down and down until it becomes the new normal. Nothing really radical, nothing ideological, nothing extreme, yet at the same time, having communities take control of their food supply would mark a significant shift, a way forward into a time where food and energy are provided by the very communities that produce it. Daily life in such a society would not look alien or archaic. We would still use modern technology, communicate instantly, enjoy music, films, medicine, and scientific progress, and travel when needed. The difference would be that more of everyday life would once again be connected to place, participation, and tangible usefulness. A household would grow some of its own food and contribute to local workshops, gardens, and small local businesses, generate part of its own energy through discrete solar technology embedded into building materials, repair rather than discard possessions, helped by advanced tools and competent automation. Towns and regions would become more resilient, less dependent on fragile global supply chains, and more capable of sustaining themselves during disruption. The broader benefit would not simply be economic or environmental, but human, a society in which people feel less detached from the processes that sustain their lives, more connected to their communities, and more able to see the direct value of their work and contribution.